Hello and welcome to this guided energy alchemy practice. My name is Allie with Amariespeaks, and this meditation is an invitation to do the work with me, to practice alongside, and to also use your own intuitive guidance, creating your own self-led points of energy, alchemy, and transmutation during this wonderful journey that we are embarking upon together today or tonight. So take a moment to get comfortable in your place, whether seated or lying down, however you can reside comfortably for the next little while, in a position and place and space where you will not be disturbed or find yourself with disturbing uncomfortabilities in your position. Because today, our true practice, purpose, and point of this meditation is listening, is observing that which is happening within us, within the body vessel, within the universe that resides within you. And so ensuring there's no external or physical sensations or distractions, inputs or requirements placed upon you in this next little while would be highly beneficial. So if you need to, take a moment to adjust or get comfortable. Pause the video if necessary. Those of us that are ready, let's take a moment to relax into our present moment by connecting with the breath. So if you have not yet closed down your beautiful eyes, do that now. Find yourself enveloped in this beautiful, smooth darkness, silky, inky blackness surrounding you, closing the curtains on the external world, saying goodbye for now, knowing that everything out there operates so perfectly and effortlessly without us, running, fueled by light and love, the Creator, infinite intelligence. Everything will be able to be picked right back up where you left it. So don't worry. You close things down and detach for a little while. Breathing into the darkness behind your closed eyelids. Take a moment to really feel your breath. Feel the cool air as it's pulled in through the nose, the nasal cavity, in through the face, down through the throat, spilling like a cool water down the esophagus and windpipe, down in through the collarbones and chest, down into the lungs, each easy inhale a little longer than the last. Noticing the sensations as they gradually expand. Noticing how that cool air can travel a little further now, expanding those lower ribs, feeling like a pool in the lower lungs, diaphragm, and abdomen. Letting the exhale gently rise out, comfortably leaving. Noticing gently just when the rising up is over and the cool air is desiring to flood in again. Filling you up, spilling down into the body, into the lungs, into the diaphragm, deeply into the abdomen. And gently rising out. Hear the soundtrack of your breath. Turn the volume up on it a little. Enjoy these breaths. The coolness and the warmth. Filling up and the release. As we connect to our physical bodies, our consciousness becomes aware. It becomes a part of the breath, the movements of the lungs, the blood flow and exchange of oxygen, carbon dioxide. We feel the muscles as they stretch and contract. We feel the air as it moves through. This way and that way. Flooding in the universe within. Creating movement in so many ways, places and spaces. for a moment the entirety of your body as the breath moves through it. Feel the subtle changes that the movement of the breath makes, encourages, causes like tiny ripples within the ether and plasma, fluidity within you, the light and movement and energy, the electricity, magnetic and static exchanges, pushing and pulling. Such a variety of materials, matter, molecules. Such a variety of life forms, consciousness, communities of exchanges we call organ systems. We call bodily systems, physiological, anatomic systems and processes, industrial manufacturing on an organic level, workings of divine infinite intelligence, happenings which are so deeply purposeful take place for you, of you, by you. When we choose to pay attention, we can and we do notice more. We see more. It's not that we're merely making it up, creating newness, really. Instead, we are seeing there's more within it all along. Realizing we've been seeing something from very far away. The closer we get, the more there is. It's not that there never was anything there before. We were just too far away to see it clearly. Like looking at a map of a state, country, city, from above. And then choosing to dive down to the street level, to your level, to see the houses, the streets, all the tiny happenings from the first person view. trees, the fire hydrants, the buildings, the sidewalks, traffic lights, they're not all tiny. In fact, you are tiny now when you take this first-person view. You are held within correct perspective. Trees are large. The traffic lights hang above you. You fit on the sidewalk. So here today in our practice, what I would love to encourage is a diving in from above, noticing how caught up in the frenetic third-person view we can be caught up in. This grand role of the observer, so high and mighty, may I even add. Sometimes we can be in our daily lives as we play that CEO boss and role, secure sovereign dominion over our world. It's important to remember to take time, diving inwards, humbly, gratefully, swapping the lens, prismatically diving in to the gradients and hues, the pieces of you, and remembering the great separations and workings, the partnerships at play, all of the pieces that bring together the business, the service and system, the vessel that CEO oversees. So, in today's alchemic process and practice, I would like to offer the visualization of the energetic tower model to be used as a parallel metaphor, applied like a beautiful filter or template over our physical body, as guidance points to dive into observation and listening to help that CEO witness the smaller happenings within, to see and uncover the organization, the divine structure and architecture that was created with such purpose, such deep meaning. If you are unfamiliar with the energetic tower model, don't worry. It is similar to the chakra centers. It is 7 floors, 7 centers, each with a theme contained within. Like a hue of the rainbow. And in fact, my friend, don't forget, for we are living light. We are hues of man. We are spectrums of coloration. The truth of light split divinely to showcase gradient of manyness, of discovery. And so yes, the colors are true, they are guidance points. It's not mere coincidence. Each hue for each floor is colored, starting with the root in the cellar, the bottom piece, the root cellar, at the base of the spine, at the base of the tower, situated within Mother Earth, like the root cellar itself is dug into the ground. It shines red, deep, pulsating, dark red. Above it resides the orange gradient, orange passion, like the fire that burns within you, lighting up desires, fueling service, calling that you have to offer forth, to connect with others. The second floor, the sacral chakra, is represented in the tower by the intimate spaces, the bedrooms, and those creative hobby spaces, like an art room or a music room, a photo developing area perhaps, or a study to brainstorm in. Quiet, private places where only by invitation is one allowed in. This bright, deep orange center glows and guides us to our direct lives, those family members who are immediate to us, guides us just as the orange gradient moves upwards into yellow. We move into the third floor, the ego center, the home office, the solar plexus. This bright orange, as the brightest sun burns, is our center of judgment, our great local center, where we operate as the manager from. This is the overseer, that manager's office or boss's corner office, lighting up all of those beautiful points, working, overseeing others, helping, delegation and assistance. How you choose, what type of boss you choose to be, that coloration and radiation depends on the gradient changes as we rise even higher into green. Does that green hue cast down lovingly over the boss from your heart center? In the middle of the chest, beautiful emerald light of the heart center is the Emerald Palace in the tower model, where the king and queen divinely reside, glowing unconditional love, strongly radiating out through these beautiful church-like mosaic tiles, artwork of green, rose gold and gold, combining and shining out over all the levels underneath. through a beautiful center channel within you. The light radiates from the heart down through all the other centers, helping them, guiding them to shine brighter. The light from the heart shines up and out 360 degrees around and down, assisting, supporting all the other centers, reminding it of its great love and light. Rising higher still is the throat center through a beautiful open skylight. Bright blue skies shine. Smooth, cool breeze, or maybe even a warm summer breeze helps the light flow through the center channels, flowing sweetly. On each breath, it guides, it reminds the working of the tower. Breathes and flows the light and energy through the entire building, reminding and opening the windows through each floor, giving each floor, each energy, fluid movement, the breath of life, remembering that it is a tower, a building situated within place, within a city, within others, otherness, perhaps with the wind-ride sounds from the outside, otherness even. Reminding ourselves at this pivotal point of inner working that we are still connected, we are still reflections of the greater whole. Our universe here within us is a microscopic reflection of greater fractal universes outside our beautiful tower. All towers of their own, created in the same divine reflection to explore the work in their own unique ways. Breathing in again as we rise through the throat to the beautiful blue skies of the balconies of the tower. We rise higher into the observatory spaces, up into the mind's eye, into the night sky, into the libraries, the control room, the spaceship control deck that is the 6th level of the tower, that is the third eye chakra. Here lies consciousness, bosses and centers of observation, organization, interpretation. So many workings, so many technical tools, mechanics, metaphysical items. Feel the observership, see that indigo light shining bright like the dark sky at night, radiating over the top of your tower. So high from this point of view, this aspect, you are seeing the night sky. And know that there is still yet one more point, which is the crown chakra, the beautiful violet, deepest purple, the antenna of the tower, right above the tip top of your head, receiving and sending, translating, transmuting, rippling out and calling in the up and out, the etheric connection, feel that very tip, outer point, the boundary of your tower, of you, pulsating out violet light. Feel the boundary it creates around you. Just like the boundary of your physical body created around you. Use your beautiful mind's eye to see your body in place and space and reality. See the physicality the skin creates as this divine boundary setting. Your skin creates the physical boundary, porously allowing that which needs to come in and out. In so many ways, bosses of the body interact as the skin, the final boundary. Just as the tower, the walls, the windows, the walkways create that physical boundary setting. Take a moment to feel it, to see it as it is. Not trying to change it or alter, but just feeling. Final place and space that is you, where the air touches, where the ground meets. Feel as you breathe the changes that are made, the adaptations that easily take place. Let your imagination build a visualization to see, to be shown, to allow the images to unfold of your body and the vessel it is, and the image and mirror of the visualization of the tower you represent. See the floors, see the centers, the colorations, see the pulsations and exchanges. Take a moment to imagine you're standing outside your tower and you can see from the antenna right to the ground floor. There's a door in the front situated right at ground level. Windows marking each of the 6 floors. You can see the balcony representing around the throat, the observatory even maybe with its great telescopes or other mechanisms for looking outwards and upwards. See the spire, the antenna at the top. Maybe it looks like a turret. Perhaps see the colors, see the windows, each one red, orange, yellow, green, blue sky shining through the open floor. Looking upwards and seeing that night sky, the darkness reflected, the observatory. Notice how it is just becoming night. Darkness is falling over the landscape as you walk to the tower. Feel a calling or a notion. Know that there's work to be done within the tower. There is an asking to be heard. Witnessed, watched, seen. It might be something needs assistance, but it might also be a calling of sorts of attention. Something within may desire to show you something. For as you stand as the observer, the CEO, outside this great tower, know that you are the embodiment of divine creator consciousness at this point. You are the highest evolved being, the greatest ascended master within this universe inside of you, as you have chosen to dive in and do the work today. So feel that sovereign, strong standing, the accountability, the responsibility, the love and admiration that comes with this position. Love yourself enough to love the boss of you, to appreciate its creator, its overseer. Embody it with divine, unconditional love, caring, appreciation, and support. For as the great thinker, you set all intentions. You write the instructions. You can rewrite, edit, anything you choose to hear as you walk into the tower. You are the final say. You put that seal on each contract, on each blueprint. And so you can change anything that you see fit in any way for the highest good of all. And know that your changes, your alterations will be met with gratitude. They will be happily followed through with, because they will be felt as helpful solutions. The ease and flexibility, the positivity of the shifts will be felt immediately. It will be seen as a helping hand of relief, of release, and assistance. So as you reach out for that doorknob, know where you're called at. Know there's business to be had. And that you are entering in with purpose and directive. Let's take a moment here at the precipice to give ourselves just one more divine moment. Everlasting, eternal moment in our here and now. listen to the callings within, to hear and organize and know that which must be dealt with, sought after, or gone to first, here and today, knowing fully that at any time you can come back to anything which you do not have the time for now. Time is unlimited, my friend, and each time you come back to this working, the time chosen to do the work is perfect for the time needed to do the work. Trust and have faith in your choice, in your chance, in this one working alchemic transmutation that you're here to do now. Feel your hand locking around that doorknob as it locks around the purpose. And if it's locking around the doorknob, almost empty-handed, feeling lost or unwelcome, blank slate or empty, feeling uncalled, that is the response. The silence is your calling, Creator. For know that something deep within is waiting, is silently asking, am I worth the wait? And it needs to know that it is worth the wait. And so that is the calling you have chosen, to sit and listen, to sit and just be present. For they know you are present now. They feel your hand on that doorknob. They know you are entering. But they are worried still. You are not here for them. You will be distracted by some other thing calling, some other tap on a shoulder, some other more obvious, more important thing. Something will take your attention away. And they are asking, can you still wait in the darkness? Will you find the darkness and sit? Am I worth it or not right now? So turn that knob and open the door. Are you met with coloration? A floor, a center calling you? Do you have a ding at the elevator? Knowing, yes, I am rising and going here to this center. Or are you met with darkness? You step in and see just inky blackness, quiet nothingness. Sense the tower intuitively through. Let your own notions and imagination guide your work. Feel that CEO boss magnetically drawn, bringing up the flavors, the colors, the sensations that come to mind with the center you're drawn to. Perhaps hearing calling from a distinct voice, character, energy, a message from within certain floor and center. Direct work to be done. Let the exchanges be heard freely. Whatever pops in, let it be. Let it be seen as it is. Hold that sovereign, righteous position of acceptance of what is, of how it has turned out, how it has been called forth. Whatever displays itself, yes, I see you. I see you as you are, and I love you, just as you came out. Thank you for your unique points of discovery. You did a good job. I couldn't have done it without you. Know that as the creator, the CEO of this entire system, service, and being, I see purpose. I saw purpose in your unique discoveries, your choices to get to where you got to now. They were meaningful and had great impact on all. So thank you. Thank you for your service, for your display of manifestation, creation. As these words, frequencies, and intentions are spoken out, they are absorbed by the managers, by the worker, by all those within proximity to you and your conscious radiation of love and light. We receive healing warmth of your rays, just like we receive the healing warmth of the rays of the sun. Feel that warmth spreading out through those exchanges and transactions right into that particular place and space, the calling that has been offered here to be heard or seen. See it soaking in those rays in its own ways, getting just what it needs. Feeling solutions, harmonious ways through. Feeling ease, openness, desires met, needs fulfilled, emptiness sustained. Use your imagination, your mind's eye and visualization to see these exchanges in their own particular ways. Maybe you receive a message or see the problem from a different angle. Maybe like wrinkles in a t-shirt, some uncomfortabilities are ironed out for you at this time. Maybe you're seeing your issue from a different angle than before. Assisted and repositioned into different angle of perception. Perhaps you feel the rearrangements within the body, energy shifting around, like furniture moving within your center, finding a more comfortable setup. Shaking out dust and debris, stagnation. Perhaps it's a direct fix in a particular center. Or maybe, just maybe, or still waiting in the darkness. Not much popping through. And that's perfectly fine as well. Perhaps even it's the opposite spectrum. Too many voices popping through. Too much confusion, chaos, and noise. You don't even know where to begin. The breath is the guidance. The breath is the best tool to remind us, to show us the way and cycle. Whether it reminds us to ground in the moment, being patient, waiting, breathing in temperance, in love, or whether it is reminding us to slow down and be present in the now, to really feel each moment. To stop with all the other nonsense, the other distractions, and just remember conscious breath can offer keys and tools which we've overlooked, forgotten, misplaced, have yet to notice or come upon. And the breath is also a powerful tool and reminder during these alchemic light and shadow transmutations. Deep working within the bosses and the managers to breathe life into their work, into their visualizations and sensations. To breathe fluidness and room into their work, into their processes, transactions. To make sure they are transparent and honoring highest good with the best clarity, the highest intentions, most benevolent frequencies, offering divine service to the whole, to each other, to every other, as if it is the CEO, the boss, the great creator, observer, to see each other as a reflection, to see each worker, manager as a reflection of the whole. To remember as the CEO, you were a worker once. You made your way through the chain, up through managers, learning all of the ways. You've done every job. How do you think we become masters? If not by living many times, by doing many lives, by seeing from so many angles and positions. The heavy lifting, the intricate detail work, the back-bending commitments, day in and day out, hour after hour, the feet aching, the muscles burning and getting stronger. The notions and the purpose that becomes a longer sight as we do the work and climb through higher ranks in an organic way, with intentional love and free service, knowing that interactions, exchanges, input is welcome from all angles as we make our way. Any worker can freely offer their opinions and insights to the CEO. There's no chain of command. Just like at any point the CEO can jump and do whatever job they feel called to be in. And dive right down into the city scene in any street, in any store, business, and just become a worker, cover a shift, and enjoy it. Do any job, any task, any line in the manufacturing production agency the boss can fill. Pick it back up just like riding a bike. Just like knitting. But we must remember, we must allow for these exchanges and transitions. We must sit and take time to actually do the listening, to hear the calls, and yes, to also recognize and admit the lack of calling, the quiet, the stagnant times, the breakdown in the chain, the falling apart, the crap in the corners, the shadows, the collections of dust and debris. We need to honor every part of the cycle by offering and listening, offering time, offering assistance freely and openly, with no assumptions or restrictions or expectations of what it must look like. For we must listen at the same time and hear the needs in order to actually offer a true solution and to really be working towards the highest good, to really be serving others, serving God's source, to be of service of our CEO and boss and of ourself as a great reflection of a whole system, which has the beautiful singular chance of reflecting one finite blink of an eye, fleck of a crystal's reflection of light on the wall. It bounces off the Creator's eye each lifetime, each chance and choice. Just like the calling we have been called here today to answer has bounced off our inner mind, has flecked like a star in the night, has called like an inkling in the pit of the stomach or the tip of the nose or toes. We were brought down into somewhere for a reason, called forth like a hero in the journey, to solve, to help, or assist, to see, to enjoy, to admire, to be a part of, to be known, to be shown, to feel alive, witnessed, and conscious. For that is our gift of life this time around. With these beautiful words and uplifting momentums that they create, they inspire and ignite the transmutation, the alchemy work within each level, or within the particular level you're working on. spreading like seeds, spreading like information through mycelium, through the forest to the trees. Spreading like air and nutrients through the breeze, through the tower, through the windows. They blow the curtains, the rugs, the people and characters within each floor feel in their breath the spark of newness, the spark of infinite intelligence, of alive awareness. Breathe again into the tower of a whole. Breathe life, into your vessel. And even if it's still darkness, breathe life into it. And know that that's all right. It might be the middle of the night when we've arrived to this time. Don't disturb everyone on purpose, turning lights on, shaking them to make sure they're alive. Trust, have faith, know the time is the middle of the night. You are entering like a dream, like an astral being, maybe like a spirit or ghost even. So let's not frighten the beings, but instead breathe into the night, into the darkness. See tiny flecks of stars, tiny quiet movements, maybe mice moving, maybe someone up to use the bathroom even. But quiet, respectful and dark. Breathe in superb comfort, support, and purpose into this part of the cycle, allowing deep refreshment and nutrition to be absorbed into the tower of you, into all the beings, the places and spaces, the corners. Take a moment now to choose whether you would like to, as the CEO, rise back into the elevator, up into the mind's eye, exit up into the body and back into the now space. Or whether you might, as the CEO, like to find a bed, a place and space to lay down and rest your own head for the night, along with the rest of your sleeping energies. Whichever is the case, you begin to make your way as I thank you deeply for taking the time to do this work and for honoring your own journey in this way. Seal this beautiful practice, the golden 11 light, 360 degree, full spectrum, creator source energy, interlocking and setting a beautiful boundary around this practice and working. Thank you. Adonai and Lakesh. Namaste.